Hello, dear American Dream Life community. Welcome all at the Facebook group, private Facebook group, as well on YouTube. And what we keep exploring here at American Dream Life, how to grow your beliefs and become united human being. And the clarity showing up more, why I get to share those messages and why I keep bringing guests to explore on those topics as well. And with that clarity, today is not so new, but with a new understanding topic around prosperity. I shared a bit around that at the beginning of a year or at the end of last one with the wishes and how to be prosperous. And there were some like reflections around that prosperity is prosperity and being prosperous might be very subjective and because it's associated with success, many times with money, and it could be different success definition for a different person, as well as a different number for a different person. Someone might be happy if they will have that amount, and the other might be not happy with much more, and vice versa. Uh, so that's in a nutshell what I was sharing there, with even like asking to somehow declare some number for this year, and we already May 5th, actually, interesting, 5-5. Um, and how that number is going. Were you able to declare that? And if you did, what are the feedback? Is not is something to be more aware of when you have that declaration, to see where things going and how possibly adjust things, your journey and your pathway when things not going the way. It's a point of reflection, like a stepping stone to see is it going in the right direction? What more I can do to continue on that journey? What else I get to shift to improve that journey? So in that kind of sense. So what about the prosperity and what's something new? I want to bring a bit of the personal experience and from my life that possibly will be helpful and help you to somehow find some resonance to it as well. Um, let's start with sharing a bit from even my childhood about the, I didn't even know that it's something to do with the prosperity, but now it's kind of becoming clearer. I was very surprised why people are just hanging themselves around the money and putting money first. Hello, whoever joined, welcome. And not so much caring about the others. And I was questioning that as a child, and I don't believe I was alone. Uh, a lot of us were dealing with parents that decided that they have to work, and they were making declaration that they're doing that for the good of the family. And many times family was coming last because everything else was first. The work was first, busyness was first, no time was first, but not so much family and spending not necessarily a lot of time, but even the smallest time, and creating some connections and getting to know each other. So I trust that I'm not alone. I wasn't alone in that kind of environment. And it continues with the family dynamics and stuff that many times, and I still didn't understand so much until the point when we moved to States and um, decided to kind of marry and started the family at some point, and I somehow started doing the same thing. And it took me years to discover that exactly I was doing. And my daughter was actually showing me that, and sometimes I somehow was getting, but then going back to some kind of habits that almost I inherited from the childhood, and I thought I know better, and it was like bigger than me to just get myself in that kind of hamster wheel to running, and also kind of claiming that it's for the good of the family, that I don't have a choice. I had to earn the money, and I was able to get myself in all kinds of situations, and going against my intuition just to earn that paycheck. And many times when that paycheck show up, and I was also excusing that, yes, because I have to put more efforts because it's a larger paycheck, because there is more responsibility and stuff. And even that larger paycheck wasn't very satisfying. And by the time I receive it, because of all the struggle that I had to overcome because of like not really paying attention, not coming so much from my intuition, and just jumping to the experience. And then I felt like I get to honor my commitment and just push somehow through the whole thing, to actually just get on the other side. So anyhow, so that's what I want to share. And it was actually recently getting, and actually it's from last year, to a certain degree, was getting clearer and clearer that I will no longer be able to do that. That I was doing that so many times and somehow was blinded. That's how I've been doing that. That I started experiencing something that really felt like a crash to me, that I cannot, and it happened again, um, that I cannot like really earn the living and earn money. And I thought I can somehow figure it out. And that's what I've been like doing. Even if there were some hard experience, I would take a bit of break. I would approach from different perspective, and still would just jump to experience and keep moving forward with it. And this time it was totally different. No matter what I was attempting, and it wasn't working. It was even like, let me kind of smell the experience to a certain degree that it's coming, that I almost can count and taste it, and it was just disappearing. And possibly I share about it a little bit about it. So I was tuning more to really find the answers, and I knew that I'm in the way for sure, but the answers are within me and not outside of me. So I get deeper, and finally, after some interesting experiences, attempts of support, I got reconnected with a person that the coach that was actually divinely uh, sent to me before, and we've been working on more intensively to somehow deeper dive and connection within understanding of myself and where all those experiences were happening. There was somebody new that also supported me as well with rebuilding some trust, because I wasn't trusting. It was difficult to trust anyone, and including myself, that I actually can do it, because I felt like I didn't I kind of depleted all the options. And so that's been kind of interesting journey and stepping more. And my recent actually trip was also stepping more into learning about a new money system and pioneering and learning more about it, and pioneering what it's about. And so far the results of it, I can see it in my relations with my loved ones, with others. The currency of that it's incredible, and it's coming from much more love. And I know that I get to actually work more on love of myself. I've been making progress, and there are definitely still ways to improve, to really accept myself more, and accepting where I am right now. That's another kind of point, because I can see that I'm bringing the results for others, for my loved ones, my hobby, breaking through some limitations and generating prosperity. and I'm still somewhere like mixed feelings, say, when will be my turn, kinda. And I know that it's not something that I get to come from that kind of energy, because I'm just pushing that away. So I get to kind of step back and clear some of that, no matter what kind of lower energies I'm creating, either some jealousy or impatience, or lack of trust that will happen. It just brings that delay more and more, and I cannot access my currency and access my wealth and prosperity. And so kind of working on that. And I'm also feeling that I'm not alone with that, and I'm sharing on a deeper level for the understanding that you might be experiencing something similar and don't have a clue what it's about. And that that might be that give you some clarity and awareness. And that's what the community is about, that there is a choice in our polarized world, and we end up with on the one side and forgetting that there is another way, that there is another door, there is another possibility to even to the prosperity as well. So so that's what I want to share around that, and some hint around that new money system that I think I even mentioned in a preview is coming from a different ways of like printing press of our internal world, not what outside we can push. And it's coming like like clearly stated, or plainly stated hard. And the money is in the frequency of love. So so when the more you get to embody love, the more wealth you can also embody as well, and start printing on your own presses and creating a possibility for yourselves, and opportunities that will look like magic, that all of a sudden uh, almost like unexpectedly, that it's showing up in your life. And of course, the big part is to keep clearing something, the lack of belief, lack of trust, impatience, and all those lower frequencies, to start coming from the higher frequency, to actually be able to receive that. So and then there are some steps to it as well. I don't want to share so much here in that broadcast, and possibly will leave for some others. And that's what I want to share around the prosperity, and ask some questions as well, because we are coming more, and that's what I'm hearing. And to that transformation of the systems, monetary systems. And like you see, the inflation is going high, and the mighty dollar is disappearing in the value. And there's a lot of concern around it. And what will you do when it actually will disappear completely? And are you ready for the new adventure? Will you be prepared, coming from a much different space, not the push, but acceptance and receiving modes to receive your prosperity and wealth? So feel free to answer those questions. Feel free to share them in the comment sections, the answers to it. And I would love to hear your point of view on that. And if something resonates with the message, feel free to share as well. And yeah, and I would love to see that. And without further ado, been here for a bit and want to just share where I even at the beginning mentioned and welcome communities of the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. That's where I streaming through the platform, third-party platform called StreamYard on the YouTube channel American Dream Life, as well as in American Dream Life Facebook group community, private community. Again, some kind of logistics when you feel you get to share that message with someone that will resonate. It's easier from the YouTube channel. Commenting, it's available on both YouTube channel as well as in the community. Whoever is on YouTube and it's not in the Facebook group community, I inviting you to join. Ask for more interactive experience. I'm coming there late, daily, and to bring some inspiration and messages. And those live broadcasts are done on so far on the weekly basis on Thursdays afternoon. Lately, keep bringing them around 4:15. Right now, it's always Mountain Standard Pacific. Mountain Standard and Pacific is the same right now at this point. So you can also hit subscribe button and notification on YouTube to be on notice when, because the reminders usually coming before I do the broadcast, usually the day before, sometimes on the day, but a few hours before this when I will be coming live as a reminder. So that's the share around the prosperity, and I'm really curious what your thoughts and what resonates and doesn't resonate in that message with you. It's something new that I'm still embodying and learning, and I would love to see your perspective on that. And at this point, sending much love, joy, and peace. And until next time, take care.